I'm Chuck Allison. I'm from Umatilla, Florida. We own Wild Goose Farms. We grow citrus, blueberries, and raise cattle and hay. I grew up in farming in Lake City, Florida, North Florida. We had a produce, tobacco, and livestock farm. And going through high school, I realized I didn't really like farming. I wanted to get away from it, but the longer time went, the more my heart came back to farming. So we'd been looking to start some farming activities on our own back in the 80s and 90s, but found this farm in 2005. It's about an hour from Orlando where we lived, and ended up buying it and raising cattle and hay in the early years and transitioning to blueberries and higher value crops in 2008. Farming is probably one of the most difficult professions there are. There's so many variables that determine success. It's not only the weather, the crop cycles, the markets, but it's the regulatory environment you face, it's farm labor and immigration issues you face. There's a lot of difficult, complex issues. And that's why we're members of FFVA. We don't have the resources and the expertise to solve a lot of these problems, but FFVA focuses on those core areas that impact Florida growers, especially crop growers. There's a lot of complex issues we face, especially a small grower like us. But I would say labor is probably the most important thing, especially now as we're transitioning as an industry to H2A, and the rules and regulations, the compliance, and the things you have to be aware of in your organization is very difficult. And FFVA helps us kind of navigate through those issues. So a good day on the farm for us is kind of when the stars line up, everything's running so smoothly, and you slow down long enough to realize what a blessing God has given you. And in that moment, you realize how grateful you are to grow up in this profession, to be able to farm on productive land and productive crops, to work with people, and to have people work for you that you enjoy being around, and to produce a crop that's not only healthy but nutritious. It's such a blessing to be able to farm the land and work the land, but it's also a blessing to enjoy the work you're doing.
Connect.
Lead.
Protect.
Serve.
Represent.
Inform.
Grow.